Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. We're on the Mars and you can see that I have done some work over the last few hours. And yeah, that's how our mobile base at the moment looks. I got some nice suggestions for or ideas how to structure this. But people, you really have to admit, I think Stellar did something there talking about. Uh, I think it's a science fiction or a fantasy book or something like that, where there's a roaming city that basically gobbles up all the resources in front of it. And he would like to see something like that. Yeah, not in Space Engineers, I would say. I kind of like the idea to have a base that can mine its own resources, and we might go about that today. But having a city-like structure on wheels that wouldn't work. This thing already is too big. This thing is it doesn't work really well. It will not stay. It will not be. Don't know. It's not possible to have this thing stay in place without the landing legs or the gears you can see here. Not the gears. The pistons. And yeah, this is the second iteration of that whole thing. The first one exploded. It completely dismantled itself while I tried to, don't know, fix some new landing legs and some more pistons and all that stuff. It completely, yeah, went haywire, exploded. Then it's I hard stuff. That's why I don't anchor this thing. If I anchor this thing, then there could be some strains with the pistons, the landing gears holding too fast, and then basically, yeah, it's shearing off, and then physics go bonkers. Okay, what else did I do in the meantime? You can see the I let me I played a different game in the meantime. I went and don't know, got into Star Trek Online for some reason, and I played it, and now I have some weird key bindings in my head. So these wheels here, I have basically, I'm inspired by a big car that I saw on the. It was trending on the in the workshop, and it was a big armored car, and it had similar, yeah, I, fake suspensions for the wheels and all that stuff. I really, I really like the look of that thing, and because I can't do the suspensions I had in mind, I will go with fake suspensions. I've started to bring up some stuff to the mobile base here, or to the mobile ground base here. We will have to find other names for it. I built one of these teleporters to get into orbit, and in orbit I rescued the atmospheric scout, wherever it is now. There. It was gone. It had disconnected from the network because the laser antenna was not pointing in the right direction, and I had to search for it. And that's another thing I did. I also built a medical facility down here and a tank for hydrogen. The medical thing was really needed because I died around 10 times yeah, I think 10 times is a good thing in the last few hours of playing that. That's why you can see that I don't have all my tools anymore, because I don't know where they are. The nanites pick up stuff from the bodies, but they sometimes not everything gets done, and I always had to spawn in orbit and then come down here just with my jetpack and a bit of hydrogen, and sometimes this didn't work out. So I fixed some thrusters to this thing, and with the nanites on the structure itself, I finally have a way to I don't know why that doesn't work, but it seems that the nanites don't work. So if you have a structure that has a repair beacon, the nanites will not work basically on everything that is behind the structure with the repair beacon. So if you have a piston, it will finish the piston, it will not finish the head, it will not finish the landing gear here, for example, if the repair beacon is set to work with the main structure. The normal nanites do that, so that's why I brought the nanite factory up to the structure itself, so it can basically now finish itself here, and then it can also work on landing gears, it can work on the wheels. That's nice, because whenever I lose a wheel, I can just prop it up with the jacks and then add a wheel, and then the nanites fix that. I'm starting to empty out the egg with all the materials it has in there, but I need to bring in a system to transfer materials on the mobile base itself. I will clean out the egg by hand and not make something crazy to, I don't know, to connect the egg back up to this thing here. That's what I'm doing at the moment. One of the next things I want to do is I want to find a place for a beam drill I want to attach to it. That's why I built this thing. I want to go out a bit further to the front, just a few blocks, not too much, because I don't want this thing to tip basically to the front somehow. Have it... oh, someone, and I don't know the name. No, I'm so bad at this whole community thing. I should write down what questions I got and what what comments I got that were interesting. And sorry, but someone explained to me that the space between the bottom of the wheels and the bottom of the chassis is called ground clearance, and I should have known this. In German it's called Bodenfreiheit. That means ground freedom, basically, and it kind of is similar. So I want to stick a beam drill on the front of this thing, and basically just in the middle, and the beam drill is 3 by 3. So what I need to do is have a conveyor. I can't write. Although I can see my keyboard now, I still can't write. So okay, I want to just stick it in the front here, and then have it work with the turret, in conjunction with the turret. This thing is so massive. 8. Oh. Oh, this got new... Oh, nice. They changed some of the things with this turret. That's really, really neat. Okay. Because with this thing, then I can drive up to resources and then just mine them with the turret in here. I want to also stick... how's it called? An ore detector in the front. With a big ore detector, we should have enough detecting power to find everything that we need. Oh, that's... I would have liked it if it would have been the other way around, but that's okay. That's completely okay. I think I will never use it in automatic mode. I will just use it by hand and then turn off the picking up power of for stone and all that stuff. And now I need to connect it to the rest of this here. So the next thing I need to do is I need to build on the back to basically have a counterweight for this thing. At the moment it doesn't seem too big. That's a good thing. And at the moment the wheels and all that stuff really still works. That's a good thing. Sometimes they burst. I can't do anything about that. What I need to do definitely is find a nice base for thrusters. Here on the side they don't look too good, and we will definitely change that. So what we have here at the moment basically is a 1,000 ton heavy chassis. The thrusters at the moment are not able to lift it. They at least shouldn't be able. No, they are not. Now I have the... I shouldn't have done that. I get these weird... you see that now I have the particle effect down there for basically ever until I reload the game. I don't know what this is. The thruster is not doing anything at the moment, or at least not something too big. It's just a particle effect. It will, yeah, stop when I reload the game again. Okay, good. People, let me fix that. I can't live with the particle effect down there. It takes good 3 minutes to turn off my game and then turn it on again, or load it. Let's say it that way. So save the game, go to the main menu, and then load it again. Space Engineers takes ages to load. I definitely need, at one point, I think I need an SSD to load the games on there, played from there to at least minimize load times or something like that. So you can see that the nanites are working. That's a good thing. I need to hook that up now. That's a thing that needs to happen right now, because I'm already running out of materials, and that is not so good. So let me get some conveyors. Wow, what's up with the... Shouldn't there be a plus sign on there? Because multiple blocks in one thing here? Are we back to not using that anymore? Now here is a conveyor tube. Is that everything? Yes, that is everything. Thank you. Okay. Good. No. Did I place it somewhere? No. Okay. I want to build this structure, and so what I want to do is to have an attachment point for thrusters and all that stuff. I want to build a bit of a bigger structure on the back. Maybe house reactors in there, so remove this one and build it back into the housing on the back, because then I can have something on the front here too. So I build basically a counterweight to the front part of this thing here, and I can build, don't know, bridge, control station, whatsoever in the front here. That would be neat. For the moment, I am improvising a bit. I will have basically attach everything now to this line, and also attach a refinery here, so I can use that now. That I think is necessary to be able to continue our work. Just have it on here. Nothing special for now. And now I have the assembler here. I have a bit of cargo here. Most of the stuff will be stored in the respective inventories of these things anyway. So what should I do now? One thing I definitely need on here is an oxygen generator. So, oh no, give me my conveyors back, and I need an oxygen generator, because then I can drive and get ice with the beam drill, and we are safe with oxygen and hydrogen. Hydrogen runs out relatively quick here, because I have the gravity and all that stuff. It is nicer to fly in space. Good. Back here I want to add a bit of a raised structure, I would say. So something I always imagine the the Mars rovers. Curiosity has something on the back. I think it's the RTG. The power source for the whole thing is on the back, and it looks like a, I don't know, a bit like a backpack. Yes, there, and the probe thing has there, and I kind of, it looks different, so, but it's my inspiration for it. And in here we could have the generators and maybe some cargo. So I want to have a structure that is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I think then we go there. So 3, 3. That should be enough to have at least a bit of a room for storage, and for maybe some 1 or 2 reactors. I think 2 should be enough just to keep that thing running. And then the height 3 is good, I would say. We have it a bit higher. No, we don't have it a bit high. We have it 3 high now. I will also want to have on the top of that thing a bit of a landing space for maybe a small ship, so we can use the... Yeah, we can use this as a parking space for maybe the Atmoscout or something like that. Or we build a small ship that we can use to get in and out of atmosphere. Maybe the Atmoscout will be used later for some scouting on the Mars, not Mars, on the alien planet, wherever it is. It must be somewhere over the horizon or something like that. It doesn't matter now. I already made plans for the Mars-like planet, by the way, to what we will build there. Okay, people. I think I'm coming to a point where I have explained what I have in mind for this thing, and where I have to start building again, and then let myself get carried away by this stuff. I also need something to get, by the way, into this thing. You can see that it is crazy high up in the air, and if I ever get stuck on the ground with no hydrogen or something like that, yes, I need a way to get into that thing. A few, don't know, ladders would be nice, or make suggestions. So ramps might be too crazy long to bring them onto here, and I don't want to have anything that basically kills the ground clearance. So if there would be a ladder and there's just a pylon that sticks out down there, that wouldn't work. I maybe need a ramp or something like that. Don't know if you have seen a nice mod for that, or if you have seen someone build something nice like that. That is not... I have seen some of these piston things where pistons push out parts of, how are they called, blast doors, and then they form a ladder, or they form a staircase. That wouldn't work here. Big blocks for one, and the next thing is I think we need to go a lot deeper than one of these things. So don't know, if you have suggestions, let me know. And I think that's all for today. I will work here a bit more with all that stuff, and I think, or I hope, we will see us on Monday in the next week. See ya, guys.